Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm Magdalena Balazinska, the director of the Paul G. Allen School of Computer Science and Engineering. It is my great honor and immense pleasure to welcome all of you to the 2024 Allen School graduation. Most undergraduates finishing your degrees this year did not get a high school graduation, so we are especially excited to celebrate with you tonight. Everyone else graduating tonight had also their studies and lives affected by the pandemic. We are extremely proud that you have made it. And to express just how proud we are, I'm going to ask everyone here, a few questions, so pay attention. First, to the faculty and staff, I'm going to ask you to express just how excited and how proud you are of our students by clapping and cheering as loud as you can. Awesome. Thank you so much, faculty, and thank you for help from the audience. Faculty are still tired grading final exams. Now, to our students, graduates, undergraduates, next question is for you. You did all the hard work, and you made it. You also got some support along the way, whether from family, friends, faculty, or staff. Tonight, you can express your joy and your gratitude, and now it's your turn to clap and cheer as loud as you can. Awesome, thank you, graduate. I'm really glad our future is in your energetic and passionate hands. Finally, let me turn to the families and friends gathered in the audience. Families and friends, please express how proud you are of your graduates by clapping and cheering as loud as you can. Thank you, families and friends. And graduates, I hope you heard how loud this was. This is how much support you have. So thank you so much, families and friends, for entrusting your students' education to us. Thank you for supporting them through the good times and the hard times. They are here tonight in great part because you believed in them and supported them. Thank you. Tonight, we celebrate the hard work and accomplishments of our graduates. Tomorrow, new adventures await. Graduates, you are starting your careers at an especially challenging time for society. But along with those challenges come many opportunities. Opportunities to use your Allen School education, your passion, your kindness, and your creativity to make a positive impact on the people and the world around you. And just as we did tonight, we will be cheering you on. As alumni, you will remain part of the vibrant Allen School community. So stay in touch. We can't wait to see what you accomplish next. Finally, before moving on to the main part of our program, I would like to ask everyone to come together one last time and express how excited you're all about tonight, about celebrating together. Thank you all, and without further ado, I will hand it over to Professor Ed Lazowska, who will be introducing our commencement speaker.
Well, again, congratulations to all of you. We've had a tradition in recent years of inviting a distinguished individual to offer some brief remarks at this event, and we're tremendously honored that Andy Jassy has joined us this evening. Andy founded and led Amazon Web Services from its inception until 3 years ago, when he succeeded Jeff Bezos as the president and CEO of the parent company, Amazon. Amazon Web Services invented cloud computing, unlimited amounts of highly reliable, highly secure compute services available on a pay-as-you-go basis. Seattle today is the world center of cloud computing. It's a huge business for Amazon and for Microsoft, and it's totally transformational, as all of our graduates know. Startups no longer have to invest in infrastructure. Governments, businesses, and universities can devote their efforts to what they're good at and leave the compute infrastructure to others who are good at that. This is the future that Andy envisioned and the future that Andy created. In addition to leading Amazon Web Services, now Amazon as a whole, Andy is active civically. He's on the trust of the American Academy for Arts and Sciences. He's on the board of trustees for Rainier Scholars and is chair of Rainier Prep's board of directors. So it's my honor to welcome Andy Jassy to the stage.
Thank you, Ed. I have been in this arena many hundreds of times as a basketball fan. I've always dreamed of being in the dog pack. This is not quite the dog pack, but it's probably as close as I'll get. Thank you and congratulations to all of the 2024 Allen School UW graduates. It's a pretty amazing accomplishment to get into UW and then to get into one of the very best engineering schools in the world and then to actually graduate. You may or may not realize that this is a remarkable feat. And it may take you until later in your life to appreciate it, but I'm guessing most of your parents and family realizes what it means and are proud of you. When I thought about what I might share with you today, I thought it might be interesting to share what I've learned the last 30 years that I wished I knew when I was 22. First, I am not going to be a famous sportscaster. That's what I wanted to do when I was graduating from college, and spent 3 summers in between years of college interning and making a resume reel. I sent my reel to about 80 small market stations, got 2 nibbles, couldn't pull the trigger on either of them because I didn't want to live in those cities, and then found that I didn't have the passion for that profession to pay the dues necessary to be successful. Second, I'm going to pursue a lot of different jobs. Some I simply interview for and don't get an offer. Others I try for some time and decide they're not what I want to spend my life doing. These include TV production, consulting, investment banking, sales, coaching a high school soccer team, working in a golf retail store, and starting several new businesses. You don't have to know definitively at 22 years old what you're going to do long term. In fact, you don't have to know at 25 or 30, or in my case, until I was about 40. Some people have known what they wanted to do from a very young age and done just that. Many of you as engineering-focused graduates may be in this group, and if so, that's great. However, if you aren't in that group, or if your interests change over time, that's also fine. Life is an adventure. It takes a lot of unpredictable twists and turns. You meet people who influence you along the way. You'll find yourself surprised by what inspires you that you would not have guessed. There are more interesting opportunities to make a difference than you probably realize. Be open to what's out there. And if you don't find your groove right away, that's okay. Life is long for most of us. Figuring out what you don't want to do early in life is perhaps as important as figuring out what you do want to do. Third, don't let others tell you who you are. When I was in pre-K, my teacher wrote in my report card that I was not going to be athletic because I struggled to hop on one leg. My parents were apparently pretty distraught about this, while I was blissfully ignorant of this assessment. It was, of course, a silly generalization, and I went on to be a 2-sport all-section athlete in high school and played intercollegiate sports in college. I ignored this judgment because I was 5 years old and was never told. But as we get older, we're no longer sheltered from many of the judgments people make of us. And I have experienced first and secondhand what it feels like to believe what uninformed people say about you. Remember, nobody writes your book for you. You write it. And in almost every imaginable case, whatever was initially written can be amended and rewritten. You will control what happens to you, not some teacher or boss or reporter or peer or even a family member. And whatever you are now, you can keep evolving if you want. Fourth, and somewhat related, I wished I'd understood that every presentation or meeting I was going to do was not a pass-fail referendum on my competence. I wasted so much angst and energy earlier in my life, worrying people would think I was an idiot if I asked a dumb question, or didn't know the answer to somebody else's question, or my hypothesis was flawed, or people just didn't like my creative idea. There is no person in the world who performs perfectly, or has it right 100% of the time, or whose ideas are coherent or sensible every time. That's not reality. It is, however, a sure bet that you will never do something needle-moving if you don't put yourself out there and take a shot. In my life, my biggest regrets were not the occasions I failed. In fact, in some cases, they're some of my proudest scars. Rather, my biggest regrets have been the times I didn't take the risk and leave it all out there. In retrospect, you always wonder what would have happened if you had. Fifth, be a willing and ravenous learner. If I look at the people I've gone to school with or started working with at various jobs, perhaps the single biggest factor in what all of us are doing now is the propensity we had to learn. To be a great learner, you have to be observant, self-reflective about what you're doing well, how people are responding to you, and what you could be doing better. You have to be excited about continuing to improve versus frustrated that there's more to do or threatened that you still don't know it all. A lot of people get to a point in life where it's disconcerting to them that they still don't have it all figured out. To me, the second you think there's little left to learn is the moment you either realize you're in the wrong situation or starting to unravel if you remain where you are. And then to be a great learner, you can't just assess and talk about what you need to change. You have to then put it into action and make it so. Believe me, life is much more fun and rewarding if you're learning. Finally, an embarrassing amount of how successful people are in whatever they do, particularly early in your life, has to do with attitude. Do you work hard? Do you do what you said you were going to do? Do you have a positive can-do attitude versus a naysaying, energy-sucking approach? Can you work in teams? Do you care more about the mission of the organization versus your own outcome? These seem pretty simple and obvious, but you'd be surprised by how infrequently people exhibit these characteristics. There are so many things that you can't control in your life, but you can control your attitude, and it makes a big difference. One last thing about working hard. It seems a little less in vogue today. I also recall early in my career how much pressure I got from certain friends that it wasn't cool to be putting in the extra hours. But if you study those who you think are great at anything, programming, parenting, business, sports, art, writing, teaching, whatever, they're almost always the hardest workers at their craft. They either love or just plain accept and embrace the process of what it takes to be excellent. You can't cheat that process. It always catches up with you. 2024 graduates, you have so many options in front of you, and consider this chapter one of your options. They're going to keep presenting themselves to you over time. Be curious, be experimental, control what you can control, leave it all out there and whatever you go after, and then be kind to yourself when certain things don't pan out, and many won't. Remember that you write your own story, and I wish you the very best of luck on the adventure you're about to embark on. Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, good evening. My name is Anna Carlin. Love you. I'm a faculty member and the Associate Director for Graduate Programs in the Allen School. It is my great honor and pleasure to present to you tonight our Doctor of Philosophy recipients of the class of 2024. Each of these students in their PhD dissertation has done research that makes a significant contribution to the field of computer science. We are so proud of what they have accomplished. So students, please line up to my right as your row is dismissed. And faculty who are hooding PhDs, please line up to my left. And after being hooded, students will return to their seat and faculty will rejoin the line if they have another student to hood. Our first PhD graduate is Amanda Bond, advised by Alexis Hineker. Dissertation title, The Attuned Self Online, Designing for Connection. Next up is Mohak Bardwaj, advised by Byron Boots. Dissertation title, When Models Meet Data, Pragmatic Robot Learning with Model-Based Optimization, taking a position as a research scientist at Boston Dynamics. Next up is Tara Blevins, advised by Luke Zettelmoyer. Dissertation title, Multilingual Language Models, Analysis and Algorithms, taking a position as an assistant professor at Northeastern University. Next, we have Roman Camilleri, advised by Kevin Jameson. Dissertation title, Robustness, Safety, and Fairness Perspectives in Data-Driven Sequential Decision-Making. Next is Ishan Chatterjee, advised by Shwetak Patel. Dissertation title, Spatial Computing in Context, taking a position as a researcher at Google. Next is Lechun Chen, advised by Arvind Krishnamurthy. Dissertation title, Multi-Tenant Machine Learning Model Serving Systems on GPU Clusters, taking a position as a research engineer at Perplexity AI. Next, we have Tim Detmers, advised by Luke Zettelmoyer. Dissertation title, Accessible Foundation Models, Systems, Algorithms, and Science, taking a position as an assistant professor at Carnegie Mellon University. Next is Sally Dong, advised by Yintat Li. Dissertation title, Convex Optimization with Combinatorial Characteristics, New Algorithms for Linear Programming, Min-Cost Flow, and Other Structured Problems. Taking a position as a postdoctoral fellow at MIT. Next is Adam Fishman, advised by Dieter Fox and Byron Boots. Dissertation title, The Expert is the Obstacle, Building a General Framework for Learned Robot Motion. Next is Ethan K. Gordon, advised by Siddhartha Srinivasa. Dissertation title, Tractably Adaptable Food Manipulation for Robot-Assisted Feeding. Taking a position as a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Pennsylvania. Next is Sachin Guru Rangan, advised by Noah Smith and Luke Zettelmoyer. Dissertation title, Data-Centric Methods for Decentralizing Large Language Models, taking a position as a research scientist at Meta. Next, we have Dong He, advised by Magdalena Balazinska. Dissertation title, Data Systems for Explainable AI and Incorporating AI Infrastructure into Data Systems. Taking a position as a research scientist at Meta. Next is Esther Han Biol Zhang, advised by Curtis Heimerl. Dissertation title, Infrastructuring at the Margins, Studies in Community Networking, taking a position as a postdoctoral researcher here at the Paul Allen School. Next, we have Benjamin Jones, advised by Adriana Schultz. Dissertation title, Enabling AI and Computer-Aided Design Through Representations, taking a position as a postdoctoral researcher. Next is Kei Liying Ming, advised by Siddhartha Srinivasa and Abhishek Gupta. Dissertation title, Data-Driven Fine Manipulation. Next is Mara Kordani Ryan, advised by Amy Coe. Dissertation title, Identity Fragmentation in Post-Secondary Computing Education, taking a position as an assistant teaching professor at the Information School at the University of Washington. Next is Aditya Kusupati, advised by Ali Farhadi and Sham Kakade. Dissertation title, Towards Adaptive Intelligence, taking a position as a research scientist at Google DeepMind. Next is Anchi Lee, advised by Byron Boots. Dissertation title, Exploiting Structure in Learning, A Path Towards Building Safe and Adaptive Robots, taking a position as a research scientist at NVIDIA. Next is Shu Jun Lee, advised by Yejin Choi. Dissertation title, Grounding Semantics and Instructions with Vision, taking a position as a research scientist at Apple. Next is Victoria Lin, advised by Luke Zettelmoyer. Dissertation title, Towards Large Language Models for Everyone, Instruction Following, Knowledge Retrieval, and Multilingualism, taking a position as a research scientist at Foundational AI Research at Meta. Next is Ji Luo, advised by Rachel Lin and Stefano Tesaro. Dissertation title, New Frontiers of Attribute-Based Encryption via a General Paradigm and More, taking a position as a postdoctoral researcher at MIT and Boston University. Next is Avery Mack, advised by Jennifer Mankoff. Dissertation title, Understanding, Designing, and Building Adaptable Technology for Fluctuating Accessibility Needs in Group Settings. Next is Xiang Yun Meng, advised by Dieter Fox. Dissertation title, Learning for Robust and Efficient Robot Autonomy. Next is Samantha Miller, advised by Tom Anderson. Dissertation title, High Velocity Operating Systems Development, taking a position as a software engineer at Databricks. Next is Siwon Min, advised by Hannah Hajishirzi and Luke Zettelmoyer. Dissertation title, Rethinking Data Use in Large Language Models, taking a position as an assistant professor at University of California, Berkeley. Next is Motoya Onishi, advised by Sham Kakade and Emmanuel Todorov, hooded by Magda Belazinska. Dissertation title, Integration of Control and Dynamical Systems Perspectives to Machine Learning, taking a position as an associate professor at Eheim University. Next is Bargowi Pauranjape, advised by Luke Zettelmoyer and Hannah Hajishirzi. Dissertation title, Towards Reliability and Interactive Debugging for Large Language Models. Taking a position as a research scientist at Meta. Next is Venkatesh Potluri, advised by Jennifer Mankoff. Dissertation title, A Paradigm Shift in Non-Visual Programming, taking a position as an assistant professor at the School of Information at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Next is Vinitha Runganini, advised by Maya Chakmak. Dissertation title, Developing Accessible Teleoperation Interfaces for Assistive Robots with Stakeholders. Taking a position as a human-robot interaction lead at Hello Robot. Next is Jacob Sachs, advised by Byron Boots. Dissertation title, Learning Novel Strategies for Model Predictive Control by Leveraging Experience, taking a position as a postdoctoral fellow here at the Allen School. Next is Henrik Shu, advised by Arvind Krishnamurthy and Tom Anderson. Dissertation title, Accelerating Networked Systems with Programmable and Tightly Coupled NICs, taking a position as a software engineer at Google. Next is Sophia Serrano, advised by Noah Smith. Dissertation title, Experiment Design for Hypotheses About How NLP Models Work, taking a position as an assistant professor at Lafayette College. Next up is Athar Sharif, advised by Jacob Wobrock. Dissertation title, Improving the Accessibility of Online Data Visualizations for Screen Reader Users and Visualization Creators. Taking a position as a Bonderman Fellow at the University of Washington. Okay, next up is Suthish Singanamala, advised by Curtis Heimerl and Richard Anderson. Dissertation title, Distributing Trust in Critical Societal Scale Computing Infrastructure. Taking a position as a senior software engineer at Netflix. Next, we have Gus Smith, advised by Zachary Tatlock and Louis Ceze. The dissertation title is Generation of Compiler Backends from Formal Models of Hardware. And he's taking a position as a Bonderman Fellow at the University of Washington. Next is Raghuv Somani, advised by Siwoong Oh. Dissertation title, Scaling Limits of Algorithms Over Large Matrices. Taking a position as a quantitative analyst at the D.E. Shaw Group. Next, we have Zoe Steiny Hansen, advised by Rajesh Rao and Bing Brunton. Dissertation title, BCIs for Everyone, Every Day, Generalized Machine Learning Models for Decoding of Human Brain Data. Taking a position as a research scientist at OpenBCI. Next is Pascal Sturmfels, advised by David Baker, hooded by Sheng Wang. Dissertation title, Explainable Machine Learning and Applications in Protein Ligand Complex Structure Prediction. Taking a position as a deep learning scientist at Vilya Therapeutics. Next is Jasper Tran O'Leary, advised by Nadia Peek and hooded by Chandra Nandi. Dissertation title, Physical Digital Programming. Next we have Andrew Wagenmaker, advised by Kevin Jameson. Dissertation title, A Theory of Active Learning in Dynamic Environments. Taking a position as a postdoctoral researcher at the University of California, Berkeley. Next is Zoe Chen, advised by Dieter Fox and Abhishek Gupta. Dissertation title, Learning Generalizable Robot Policies with Targeted Generative Augmentation. And next we have Aaron Walsman, advised by Dieter Fox and Ali Farhadi. Dissertation title, Curating Visual Information in Sequential Decision-Making Problems. taking a position as a postdoctoral researcher at Harvard. Next is Yifan Wang, advised by Steve Seitz and Brian Curlis. Dissertation title, Creating a Photorealistic World from Casual Lighting Captures. Taking a position as a research scientist at Meta. Next we have Peter West, advised by Yejin Choi. Dissertation title, Hidden Capabilities and Counterintuitive Limits in Large Language Models. Taking a position as an assistant professor. He hasn't decided where yet. Next we have Matt Whitehill, advised by Shwetak Patel. Dissertation title, Overcoming Real-World Deployment Challenges for AI-Enabled Systems, taking a position as co-founder and CTO of Preemptive AI. Next is Adelaide Wojcik, advised by Sheng Wang. Dissertation title, Machine Learning Methods for Biological Hypothesis Generation, Facilitating New Discoveries at Lower Costs. Taking a position as a senior machine learning researcher at InCitro. Next is Mitchell Wartzman, advised by Ali Farhadi and Ludwig Schmidt. Dissertation title, Robust and Reliable Large-Scale Transfer Learning. Taking a position as a member of technical staff at Anthropic. Next is Ellen Wu, advised by Hannah Hazarshirzi and Mari Ostendorf. Dissertation title, Human-Centered Interactive Information Seeking. Taking a position as the member of technical staff at Microsoft. Next is Shaeyang Shi, advised by Ratul Mahajan and Arvind Krishnamurthy. Dissertation title, High Quality Network Specifications via Coverage Analysis and Relational Abstractions. Taking a position as a research scientist at Meta. Next is Boling Yang, advised by Joshua Smith and Byron Boots. Dissertation title, Physical Gameplay in Robotics, Advancing Robotic Skills Through Game-Based Challenges. Taking a position as a research scientist at Harvey AI. And finally, Lu Yang Zhu, advised by Ira Kemmelmacher-Schlitzerman. Dissertation title, Photorealistic Virtual Try-On with Generative Models. Taking a position as a member of the technical staff at Stealth Mode Startup. And let's end with a huge round of applause for our amazing PhDs.
So we inaugurated our Alumni Impact Award a dozen years ago for two purposes. First is to recognize some of our most distinguished alumni. And second is to make it clear to you, our new graduates, that you're joining a long line of individuals who have built upon their UW education to change the world in positive ways. So it's my privilege to present two such people today. John Colleran and Karen Liu. I'd like to ask John and Karen to join me on stage, if you would, please. So our first 2024 honoree is John Colleran. John graduated from the Allen School with a bachelor's degree in 1987. 2 days later, he began working at Microsoft, where today, 37 years later, he leads the developer productivity team for Windows and Azure Engineering Systems Group. John has a long list of engineering accomplishments in the systems arena that have directly contributed to Windows' dominance in both the business and consumer spaces. Some of these are outlined in the biography in your program. In addition, John is an actively engaged alum, the spouse of an actively engaged alum. She's actively engaged with the Allen School despite having graduated from a different part of UW that will not be mentioned tonight. And the parent of a daughter who will walk across the stage later this evening and become an alum. John is also a good friend and a genuinely good person. So we're delighted to recognize John Colleran with an Allen School Alumni Impact Award. Our second 2024 honoree is Karen Liu. Karen received her PhD from the Allen School in 2005, where she worked with Zoran Popovic. In those years, we had many fewer PhD graduates walking across the stage. I'm not sure what the number was, but probably a quarter of what we saw today. Karen is a professor in the computer science department at Stanford University. They recruited her away from Georgia Tech, which recruited her away from USC, where she began her faculty career after graduating from UW. Karen's work is in computer graphics and robotics. It continues a trajectory she began as a graduate student here more than 20 years ago, creating coordinated, functional, efficient, whole-body movements for digital agents and for real robots interacting with the world. So animated characters, for example, whose movements are highly realistic, or humanoid robots and assistive robots that exist in the world with humans. Her work involves not just computer graphics and robotics, but optimal control, reinforcement learning, and computational biomechanics. It's exciting, high-impact, interdisciplinary work for which she's been widely recognized. Karen, like John, is building on her Allen School education to change the world, and we're delighted to recognize her, too, with an Allen School Alumni Impact Award. Karen and John, congratulations.
I'm Richard Anderson, a professor in the Allen School that James Wilcox, a colleague, and I will present the master's degrees. There are 3 distinct ways to get a master's degree. One, as part of the PhD program, midway through, paperwork can be filed to get a master's degree. A second is our BSMS program for undergraduates who want to get more of us. In this program, students stay on, take additional courses, engage in research experiences, engage in teaching, and get a 5th-year master's degree. And finally, our professional master's program targets mid-level people in local industry while maintaining full-time jobs, maintaining families, maintaining broad lives. The students come in, take challenging courses over a period of number of years, put in a tremendous amount of work, and complete great degrees. So now we will present the degrees that I'd like the master's candidates to come up in 2 lines on either side, and we will read the names, and please delay applause until we're finished.
Sofia Isadora Padilla Munoz.
Aragon Cruzier.
Joe Sapaniak.
Tenzin Low.
Hitesh Bowanapalli.
Alan Wu,
Theo Gregerson.
Kartik Vemuri,
Hannah Lee.
Arnav Tarisha,
Sanjana Sridhar.
Aaron Jensen,
Siddharth Lakshmanan.
Mark Dumantag,
Aman Mohammed.
Brian Rogers,
Anna Goncharenko.
Thierry Kimenyi,
Armin Magnus.
Elliot Zakron,
Min Hong.
Thea Ritchie,
Sonia Faraduni.
Andrew Chung,
Nikita Dole.
Ardi Madadi,
Kanan Sadarajanan.
Thomas Schweizer,
Changju Gao.
Raymond Guo,
Ashna Sheth.
Brendan Page,
Maggie Jiang.
Alicia Stepan,
Hamsa Shankar.
Finn Bear,
Natalie Grace Bigram.
Stefan Todoran,
Noah Furman. Favina Doka. Mary Joan Foley. Madrona Mei Ling. Rahul Surthi. Joseph Park. Marty Pletcher. Colin Dang. Anjali Agarwal. Hans Easton.
Shawei Wang,
Arya Gonugutala.
Wu-Wei Zhang, Simona Liu,
Navkiran Nijar.
Muru Zhang,
Cheta Heti.
Kevin Farhat,
Yi Jiang.
Ashwin Trandamuli,
Bhaskar Anand.
Nisha Shri, let's give a strong round of applause for the master's degrees.
my name is Kiana Volante, and I am the chair of Computing Community, or Com Squared, which is a student group that represents all undergraduate students in the Allen School. I am very honored to announce this year's Undergraduate Teaching Award winners that celebrate the exceptional faculty at the Allen School. As we honor the incredible class of 2024, it is essential to acknowledge the incredible educators who have guided us along the way. These educators not only imparted valuable knowledge, but have also inspired us, challenged us, and shaped our paths. Our first winner is Matt Wang. Matt is an incredible educator who has made a remarkable impact in just his first year in the Allen School. And as an instructor for introductory programming and system and software tools, Matt frequently goes above and beyond for his students, coming up with creative ways to engage them and make the learning process enjoyable. Whether through interactive demonstrations, relatable examples, or fostering a collaborative classroom environment, Matt has a unique ability to make seemingly mundane topics interesting and applicable to real-world scenarios. His commitment to making every lecture engaging and his enthusiasm for the subject matter are definitely evident in his teaching. One of Matt's most commendable qualities is his ability to create a comfortable and welcoming classroom atmosphere that ensures everyone feels included and valued. His talent for simplifying complex concepts, eagerness to offer additional assistance and encouragement demonstrates his unwavering commitment to his students' growth and achievement, inspiring them to participate actively, ask questions, and strive for excellence. Everybody, please join me in congratulating Matt Wang. Next, let us congratulate Mia Natsuhara. Mia has demonstrated exceptional enthusiasm and commitment, especially in running large introductory programming courses. Her approachable character and genuine concern for her students' well-being always creates a supportive environment for every student she comes across. Her lectures are always filled with contagious energy, and her fun stories and engaging teaching style make her classes enjoyable and impactful. Mia's efforts to know her students, along with her consistent willingness to help, reflect her wholehearted commitment to their success, making students feel comfortable participating and supported in their academic journey. She not only excels in teaching, but also goes the extra mile to support her TAs, providing them with opportunities to contribute to course development and encouraging their professional growth. Her dedication to fostering a supportive and inclusive classroom environment has left a lasting impression on her students. Her encouragement has inspired many, including myself, to pursue careers in computing and believe in their potential and abilities. Although she cannot make it today, please join me in congratulating Mia Natsuhara.
Hello. All right, folks, you are almost halfway there. Congratulations. Good evening. My name is Crystal Eny, and I am the Director of Student Services.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chloe DeLucy Mandeville, and I'm the Assistant Director for Diversity and Access.
And we have the privilege tonight of announcing the recipients of the Undergraduate Service Awards. Undergraduate Student Services is made up of 21 professionals who have the pleasure of working with our wonderful undergraduate students. To the students, we want to thank you for sharing part of your story with us, and we would like to offer our sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. As you head into the next chapter of your lives, please do keep in touch. We don't stop caring when you flip that tassel to the other side. There are a few groups of people we would like to recognize before moving on to the service award. Would all of the graduating students who participated in the following programs please rise or raise their hands? The peer advisors, the transfer and DA seminar TAs, the Allen Scholars and Startup Mentors. I know you're out there. Stand up, raise your hands, folks. The ambassadors, the change makers and computing mentors, and our student organization officers. We do love you guys. You have put in countless hours over the last several years, and we could not have done our jobs without you. And now for the Service Awards. In 2001, we established the Undergraduate Service Award to recognize outstanding graduating seniors who consistently contribute to the activities and events that take place each year. We appreciate all of the great students who take an active role in our community, and it's difficult to choose from among our over 2,100 amazing students.
For 2024, we recognize the following students: Vidisha Gupta, Lee Jansen Morel, Christy Nan, and Olivia Wong. I'm going to share a few words about each of them, and I'll start with Vidisha. Vidisha served as the chair of the Allen School's Computing Community Group, spearheading the organization of large departmental events. She orchestrated gatherings virtually during the pandemic and in person, helping to create a sense of community for students while learning virtually and fostering connection while returning to in-person learning. In addition, she actively represented fellow students by participating in the Diversity Committee and contributing to teaching faculty hiring interviews. Vidisha stands out as a phenomenal leader who has worked tirelessly to improve the Allen School experience for students. Thank you, Vidisha. Our next student is Lee. Lee has provided extensive support to the Ability Student Affinity Group, promoting accessibility at the Allen School. They were an integral force in the creation of the Allen School's Diversity and Access Lounge. The DNA Lounge is a space for students who are underrepresented in computing to feel less isolated and have a physical space to connect with other students with similar experiences. In the 2 years since it opened, this space has positively impacted many students and will continue to have an impact in the many years to come. Thank you, Lee. Christy has gone above and beyond as a lead ambassador. Her organization and thoughtfulness have been a true asset to the team. She has also served as a volunteer for Women in Computing and Gen 1, working to develop new programming such as the Gen 1 internship program, First Gen graduation, and coordinating high school visits for young women of color to be exposed to computing. In her time at the Allen School, Christy has done immense work to help improve the Allen School experience for students of color, first-generation students, and women in computing. Thank you, Christy. And lastly, Olivia has served on the peer advising team for the last 2 years as the first ever research-focused peer advisor, taking the lead on organizing events such as the Getting Into Research Workshop, Research Night in the fall, and the Research Showcase in the spring, all with the goal of making research opportunities more accessible to Allen School students. She approaches the work of supporting current and prospective Allen School students with passion, attention to detail, and kindness, and her commitment to making the Allen School a welcoming and inclusive environment is felt by all. Thank you, Olivia. Please join me in congratulating all of these amazing students.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Maya Chakmak. I'm a faculty member in the Allen School, and I'm the chair of the Undergraduate Research Committee. In addition to its additional mission, one of the Allen School's important roles is pushing the boundaries of computer science through its research. And research is not only done by PhD students and faculty, but there are also opportunities for undergraduate and master's students to get involved in research labs, learn about the research process, and make their own contributions to the field. So at this point in the program, we'd like to recognize some of our incredible Allen School researchers. So first, if you were involved in research in any way during your time in the Allen School, as an undergraduate or master's student, please stand up or raise your hand to be recognized. Amazing. You can see in the program students who are marked as graduating with honors, which means that they met certain GPA and course requirements, and also that they participated in a graded research program and completed a senior thesis as a capstone to their research. Similarly, our combined bachelor's and master's program offers an opportunity for students to complete a thesis based on the research that they conduct while they receive their master's degree. So with all students graduating with a college or departmental honors and students who completed a thesis, please rise to be recognized. Wonderful. One of the privileges of the Undergraduate Research Committee is that we get to solicit and review nominations for our Best Senior Thesis Award, and for the first time this year, the Outstanding Master's Thesis Award. So this year we had 10 incredibly strong nominations, 5 for each award, across a breadth of areas in computer science, including natural language processing, computer privacy and security, human-computer interaction, robotics, computer vision, and more. And we had a tough time choosing among them, but we had 2 clear winners for both awards. So for the Best Senior Thesis Award, we're excited to recognize Kavel Rao. Please come to the stage. So Kavel's thesis was supervised by Yejin Choi and is titled, "What Makes It Okay to Set a Fire? Iterative Self-Distillation of Context and Rationales for Disambiguating the Feasible Social and Moral Situations." So in an era where large language models permeate every aspect of life and are enabling computers to make moral decisions, Kavel's thesis develops new methods that emphasize the contextual information and the common sense reasoning of how that information informs a decision. This work was published at the top-tier peer-reviewed conference, and Kavel hopes to continue this research after he graduates. So congratulations, Kavel. Let's get another round of applause. And for the Outstanding Master's Thesis, please join me in congratulating Natalie Grace Brigham. Grace's thesis was supervised by Yoshi Kono and is titled "Violation of My Body, Perception of Non-Consensual Intimate Imagery." This work provides foundational new insights into people's perceptions of AI-generated non-consensual imagery. Some of Grace's findings have been presented at the White House and is already informing ongoing national and international discussions of how to mitigate the harms of AI. This work was also published at a top-tier peer-reviewed conference, and Grace hopes to continue this work beyond graduation. Congratulations again to all our Allen School undergrad and master's researchers. We're super proud of you.
Before we proceed with the Outstanding CSC Senior Awards, we'd like to first recognize this year's Dean's Medalist honorees. Olivia Wong recently received the Dean's Medal for the College of Arts and Sciences. We would also like to recognize Jan Buzek, who was nominated for the College of Arts and Sciences Dean's Medal, and James Froelich, who was nominated for the College of Engineering Dean's Medal. Would you all stand or raise your hands to be recognized for this phenomenal achievement? Next, the Outstanding Computer Science and Engineering Senior Awards recognize the students in our school who best demonstrate superior scholarship, leadership potential, and the ability to both apply and create new knowledge in the field of computing. It is my pleasure to recognize the Outstanding Computer Science and Engineering Senior Awards recipients for 2024, Grace Brigham, Heer Patel, Matthew Shang, and Clarice Winston. Grace is recognized for her exceptional research projects examining the risks of AI-generated non-consensual intimate imagery and the effects of biased AI on humans. In addition to Grace's amazing research contributions, she has been a leader in the school, serving as TA for the Direct Admin Seminar and helping to develop curriculum for the Changemakers in Computing program as a mentor. She was also a recipient of the Husky 100 Award. Grace is currently working towards her master's at the Allen School. Heer is recognized for her extensive research in data visualization toward the goal of using AI to generate educational materials to support data science students. Heer's leadership, hard work, and dedication led the research team to submit a paper on which she is first co-author. Heer will be continuing on at the Allen School to earn her master's in computer science. Matthew is recognized for his cutting-edge research work differentiating chaotic systems. Matthew has taken an admirable number of graduate courses, and his mathematical prowess outpaces what is typically done by most undergrads. Matthew has also spearheaded a collaboration with electrical engineering, applying probabilistic programming techniques to analyzing errors in laboratory procedures. Matthew will be continuing at the Allen School as a master's student in computer science. Clarice's work has focused on the potential of machine-embroidered tactile graphics to support blind and visually impaired individuals. She was the lead author of the journal submission to Transactions on Accessible Computing on this project. In recognition of her work, she was named a finalist for the 2023 CRA Outstanding Undergraduate Research Award. Clarice will be furthering her studies as an Allen School computer science master's student. So one last time, please join me in congratulating all these amazing students.
Good evening. My name is Lauren Bricker.
My name is Justin Shaw.
And we are teaching professors in the Allen School. We are honored and excited to present the Bob Bandas Teaching Awards this year. Bob Bandas was a graduate student in CSE who died in a skydiving accident in 1983. The Bob Bandas Memorial Award for Outstanding Teaching honors both him and the excellent work done by the teaching assistants, better known as TAs, in the school, who dedicate themselves to promoting computer science education and giving back to the community. This year alone, over 750 unique students, both graduate and undergraduate, served as TAs in our courses, highlighting their critical role in allowing us to teach computer science to thousands of students every quarter. Could all of the students, hold your phone, could all of the students who have ever served as a TA in the Allen School please stand so we can recognize you?
Thank you to all of you. We definitely could not do what we do without you. So this year, we received over 800 nominations spread out amongst over 250 of our TAs. From this large and fantastic group, it is always incredibly challenging to pick just a few winners and honorable mentions, but we did because we wouldn't want to make you sit through 250 awards. This year, we are pleased to award 4 winners and 3 honorable mentions, When I call your name, please come up to receive your plaque, and if you are not already on this side of the stage, you should get here as soon as possible. All right, so first, our honorable mentions, Hannah Lee, Yuxuan Mei, and Zhiyang Lim. All right, we're gonna go in alphabetical order by first name. So Hannah Lee, Hannah has TA'd 6 times for machine learning, including a graduate course on machine learning for neuroscience. Students noted that she, quote, took the time to ensure students understood the answers to the questions and that she, quote, was especially welcoming. One of her instructors said, quote, it cannot be overstated how much Hannah contributes to making this course smoothly operate. A visitor dropping in our TA meeting would be forgiven for mistaking Hannah for the instructor because she is running the show. So congratulations, Hannah. Yuxuan Mei. Yuxuan is TA'd for courses in her research area of computational fabrication, as well as intermediate data programming, a class which she will be the instructor for this summer. During an absence by her instructor, she took charge of significant aspects of the course, including designing and conducting the laboratory sessions. Her instructor said that she, quote, embodies the qualities of an exceptional educator and leader, and, quote, demonstrated a remarkable commitment to student success. This was echoed by students, noting, quote, her genuine passion for teaching and assisting students, and the, quote, positive and enjoyable learning environment that she created. Congratulations, Yuxuan. And now Zhiyang Lim. Zhiyang has TA'd for our Foundations of Computing 2 course for 4 quarters, including as a head TA. One instructor called him, quote, the best TA I have ever worked with, and lauded his ability to lead grading duties, organize his fellow TAs, and empathize with students. One student said, quote, I have not met a more dedicated, patient, or helpful TA, while another said, quote, as a TA myself, I look up to Lim as an educator, friend, and a leader in the Allen School. Congratulations, Zhiyang. All right, please join me in one more round of applause for these amazing TAs.
And now for the winners. Anjali Argwal, Jaela Field, Jasmine G, and Joe Spaniak. All right. Anjali has TA'd 9 times spanning Intro to Programming, Discrete Math, and Data Structures. Moreover, she was an instructor of record 4 times, once for the Discrete Math class and 3 for its support course. Students noticed that she, quote, has a drive to help her students succeed and cares about her students' learning, and said, quote, what stands out most about Anjali is her kindness, how she approaches each student with understanding, without judgment, and to meet them where they are and to bring them along. We are all very proud that she will join Northwestern University as teaching faculty this fall. Congratulations, Anjali. Jaela is a staple in our software design and implementation course, having TA'd 9 times over the last 3 years. As one student puts it, quote, saying that Jaela goes above and beyond is an understatement. She goes above, beyond, out of this world, around it, and then a couple more times around it. She makes, and also, quote, she makes the impossible possible through her passion to help others learn. Her instructors are similarly effusive, praising her, quote, meticulous attention to detail and initiative to jump in and help in every aspect of the course, quote, proactive approach to and strategic thinking, and, quote, unwavering positivity and dedication, and finally, extraordinary, rare, and valuable combination of technical and people skills. Congratulations, Jaela. All right. Jasmine TA'd 7 times, predominantly in our introductory programming courses. Students find her to be enthusiastic, reliable, patient, and considerate. Her instructors add that she is integral to the running of the courses while remaining humble and a team player. Quote, she's taking leadership over critical pieces of the course infrastructure while also being remarkably on top of course communication and support of other TAs. Given the breadth of her work, I am not exaggerating when I say that she was mission critical to the course. Unfortunately, she could not be here in person, but is watching the live stream. Congratulations, Jasmine. And finally, Joe. Joe is one of our longest serving TAs, serving both our new and old introductory programming course sequences for 15 quarters, including as instructor of a record this last winter, and he will be again this summer. As a fellow TA said, he has, quote, literally carried the entire CSE 1-2X series since its inception, unquote. His instructors also praise his leadership and contributions. Quote, Joe has served as the head TA and effectively ran the entire course. Most issues that cropped up during the quarter were never seen by the instructors because Joe got there first. By far the most effective TA I have ever worked with, unquote. Congratulations, Joe. All right, can we get one final round of applause for these award winners and all of our TAs in the Allen School?
Good evening. My name is Arvind Krishnamurthy, and I'm a professor in the Allen School. Along with Professor and Vice Director Dan Grossman, it's our tremendous honor to present to you the bachelor's degree recipients this evening. Getting a CSE degree is both incredibly challenging and rewarding. Behind every name we are about to share with you is years of hard work and a future of tremendous promise. And our graduates didn't do it alone. I want to begin by applauding not just our graduates and their hard-won accomplishments, but their support networks, their family, friends, teachers, and others who have helped them reach this milestone. And now I would like to request that you hold all remaining large group applauses till the end, at which point we'll have the most epic applause that these graduates deserve. With that, let me ask the graduating class of 2024 to please come forward as your rows are being called.
Abhinav Bhandari.
Camille Price. Annie Denton.
Srivachan Shaktinaranan.
Olivia Braun.
Saket Golapudi.
Anlicio Tortellini.
Varun Agarwal.
Runsen Wu.
Aditi Raghavan.
Ali Al-Shimari.
Divya Rangarajan.
Clarence Murina.
Aditi Joshi.
Molly Armstrong.
Ramya Prabhakar.
Ben Kosa.
Nicholas Bradley.
Olivia Wong.
Sho Kiami.
Mi Chung.
Ritesh Bodipuli.
Grace Dahi Yang.
Daniel Tameshi.
Brenda Ruel Saba.
Cedric Nagoto.
Fatuma Meshala.
Jonas Lee.
Lillian Zhu.
Sean Lee.
Nathan Tu.
Gary Guo.
Ido Avlon.
Tran.
Heser Ainur Sari.
Tyler Shaw.
Ekaterina Bogdanova.
Edward Chin.
Anna Shi.
Sin Francesca Wang.
Kevin Huang.
Igao Lee.
Ong Kang Miat.
Jinhua Sun.
Connor Reynoldson.
Yansong Lu.
Connor Lynch.
Taixing Eng.
Sierra Lee.
Min Allen Dow.
Deepthi Ramani.
Aditya Nair.
Akila Narayanan.
Stefan De Sousa.
Simran Mali.
Samed Desai.
Andre Castano.
Michael Din.
Ashley Luty.
Melissa Lee.
Cube Lee.
Ricky Liao.
Chase Edson.
Harmony Shirk.
Matthew Montelaro.
Monica Dow.
Andrew Ing.
Maya Outhred.
Daniel Rashevsky.
Fong Lai.
Andrew Macken.
Aiden Arenz.
Peter Hale.
Julia Tofik.
Matthew Jack.
Kyle Santos.
Yixing Wong.
Richard Lay.
Reet Kotari.
Marlena Prey.
Akhilesh Varanasi.
Noah Feinberg.
Anirudh Kumar.
Noah Tablet.
Michael Chung.
Osiris Cruz Antonio.
Nuria Alina Chandra.
Stephanie Osorio Tristan.
Diksha Vatwani.
Anthony Luang.
Anne Beturiski.
Albert Ye.
Ron Pechak.
Angelo Daouz.
Alan Fan.
Walid Sheiko.
Alan Blaish.
Aditya Akhileshwarn.
Reed Hamilton.
Anzan Kolfa.
Gautam Maibate.
Davin Win G.
Ariel Fu.
Arshdeep Singh Man.
Chaitan Inman.
Bulan Abdiev.
Annalisa Muller-Eberstein.
Paulbir Singh Minhas.
Anisha Ramesh.
Nuha Khatter.
Nicola Bojanik.
Azucena Soleno Gonzalez.
Yu Hao Wong.
Graham Quitno.
Nancy Wu.
Tapan Kanal.
Nail Kamai.
Charles Immendorf.
Zheng Wu.
Anju Lam.
Timmy Wo.
Shaninda Doka.
Nelson Sun.
Nicholas Suhardi.
Jocelyn Do.
Chloe Fong.
Jason Kim.
Tai Luang.
Fahad Rai.
Nathan Gomez.
Dylan Scott.
Tyler Richardson.
Chengji Huang.
Alexander Black.
Shadrik Viat Jr.
Wei Wu.
William Vera Rinson.
Terry.
Pablo Herrera.
Mohammed Kasim.
Sonny. Sonny Dong.
Abdi Najib Adan.
Caden Brinkman.
Zoe Lewis Shunk.
James McCormick.
Helen Kwong.
Avinash Bodu.
Vasuthev Raghuram.
Andrew Bereza.
Eva Liu.
Ifan Zhang.
Jason Su.
Lefe Liu.
Winston Bullen.
Alon Bar Nathan.
James Froelich.
Noam Roney.
Adina Tung.
Emilio Alcantara Ramos.
Danny Augustinus.
Shresht Karbadda.
Jake, 'Jake' 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 ' Abosh Upadhyay.
Chandni Rajashekharan.
Ethan Viral.
Akash Gujar.
Zachary Greenman.
Scotty Singh.
Daniel Johnson.
Anirudh Suresh.
Fei Long Wan.
Ben Lambert.
Joey Kruger.
Ray O.
Denise Marr.
Simon Wu.
Karen Ma.
Jamil Islam.
Joe Win.
Tanay Vakaria.
Jordan No.
Maxim Kuznetsov.
Onmin Nguyen.
Phuong Shao.
Jimmy Nguyen.
Jason Gao.
Tiffany Tran.
Jason Zhang.
Emily Tran.
Darius Duchurch.
Masaru Chadai.
Now.
Avery Hiddle.
Riley Bork.
Christopher Roy.
Pranati Dani.
Dano Muggley.
Shreya Nambi.
Jasper Ray Balinus.
Suani Arora.
Tasneem Alom.
Joseph Pirish.
Heer Patel.
Brooklyn Zhu.
Chung Peng Lee.
Cindy Zhou.
Neela Kiri.
Abigail Reagan.
Dhruv Chidamuri.
Ongi G.
Alec Metzelar.
Ivan Beliko.
Benjamin Snitzer.
Anna Vinik.
Jackson Ma Jun.
Bella Cooper.
Vidushi Singh.
Dara Stotland.
Samuel Asefa.
Nancy Jimenez Garcia.
Jake Short.
Catalina Atiama Martinez.
Adrian Delapine.
Nora Medina.
Ian DeLong.
Ruth Aramde.
Jeannie Wen.
Anusha Ghani.
Alice John.
Ariana Sofia Montaya.
Allison Mangus.
Clarice Winston.
Cody Heel.
Aditi Jain.
Jessica Colleran.
Kritika Satish.
Aiden J.
Annie Shu.
Puripong Nagu Pakti Julian Barrington.
John Trong.
Jayla Field.
Christy Nan.
Andre Risukin.
Nathan Kuat.
V. Le.
Mike Violet.
Maya Quinanola.
Driti Rathor.
Joseph Jang.
Alexander Fishman.
Russell Nyako.
Jacob Herman Berg.
Joseph Trudeau.
Amelia Johnson.
Elizabeth Shiong.
Cypress Zong.
Melody Zhu.
Carrie Hu.
Jerry Wong.
Kyle Muma.
Kevin Liu.
Hai Shishu.
Griffin Nickel.
Christopher Bendix.
Ethan Hu.
Lee Jansen Morel.
Philip Fan.
Andy Tai.
Nick Smith.
Charnet Muche.
Mitchell Levy.
Fuad Shariat.
Suleiman Shabain.
Priyanka Rav.
Kelby Steinmetz.
Emma Chen.
Jonathan Miller.
Kylie Cho.
Isa Grekin.
Jacqueline Joe.
Rainfang Liu.
Alan Tron.
Rohan Gupta.
Marlene Griskamp.
Athurwa Kashyap.
Tao Nguyen Ho.
Jan Bujek.
Shelby Chang.
Milan Philippos.
Jeremy Stretz.
Albert Wang.
Aman Tukral.
Bertol Kesese.
Kenny C.A.
Amal Jacob.
Jason Hughes Go.
David Strupinski.
Nicole D. Mura.
Nathan Ryan Siddick.
Shrishti Adesara.
Alea Mendoza.
Javon Ickman.
Therese Marie Pena Pasio.
Mohammed Abdi.
Guy Y. Wong.
Jacob Stickles.
Amy Chang.
Mukhtar Kiboigo.
Betty Chang.
Victor Zhou.
Javi Duong.
James Wu.
Ryan Wynn.
Rania Awad.
Aaron Roberts.
Emmett Choi,
Andrew Ringe,
Jiawen Zhang,
Edwin Nino Delgado,
Matthew Shang,
Songdo Kim,
Kevin Shu,
Daryl Gunuwan,
Nitin Tamilselvan,
Devan Tajalaksana,
Varun Pradeep,
James Ritchie,
Jason Liu,
Polkit Singnal,
Shangshen Yang,
Benjamin Zhang,
Bei Lu,
Kushi Shashidar,
Alex Lu,
Ire Fukazawa,
Junpul Yu,
Meghna Vadlamudi,
Sofia Mughal Bari,
Yegor Kuznetsov,
Braden Reams,
Daewin Seju,
Javier Marin,
James Park,
Kai Hoi Nguyen,
Alex Zhang,
Dylan Go,
Todd Meng,
Ayan Gupta,
Vishal Kanumala,
Varsha Muhuntan,
John Reed,
Nitin Srinivasan,
Sophia Mitchell,
Audrey Craig,
Clarissa Chue,
Zane Lee,
Zephyr Tao,
Francis Peng,
Maxwell Wong,
Kenan Gable,
Natalie Grace Brigham,
Neil Jog,
Akriti Shrivastava,
Ayush Nag,
Faraz Qureshi,
Lian Nisht,
Nicholas Neshev,
Shreya Ramakrishnan,
Harshit Pandey,
Lahari Nidadavulur,
Varun Sridhar,
Vidhi Jain,
Vaibhav Bakshi,
Yuan Jun Jung,
Harrison Showman,
Sean Kim,
Khan Ingech,
Priyanshu Sugasani,
Aiden Chen,
Abhay Bol Deshpande,
Natalie Elena Jonathan,
Parthiv Mathur,
Jason Langley,
Hinal Patel,
Danny Pham,
Drishya Nair,
Nugopan Jacqueline Wynn,
Amrit Kaur,
Sydney Cool,
Pujita Arangam,
Jada So,
Santana Janakiraman,
Catherine Goop,
Gargi Panatula.
Colby Smith.
Kalkidan Tamirat.
Daniela Bereth.
Pan Yenbut.
Alexander Vlashev.
Purin Tavi Kulwat.
Lin He.
Wei Jun Tan.
Bohao Yi.
Jun Xing Go.
Alex Liu.
Gwyneth Straub.
Mitchell Lee.
Paul Han.
Aidan Petta.
Reese Well Edwards.
DeAndre Sabali.
Max Beard.
Kreethi Vidya.
Efrain Moreno Lona.
Ryan Matthew.
Dylan Bonato.
Kevin Koo.
Rene Conroth.
Russell Ramos.
Hauran Zhang.
Richard Liu.
Bohan Wu.
Brian Liang.
Kenan A.
Akshay Bablani.
Jiayu Wong.
Cavell Rao.
Caleb Wong.
Nancy Huang.
Zihe Ji.
Ryan Chua.
Yitong Shan.
Vidisha Gupta.
Ezi Shai.
Eugen Chu.
Shuri Wong.
Matthew Chung.
Zhengrui Sun.
Hanwen Zhao.
Jason Lin.
Ziqing Yin.
Jintu Alex Su.
Nina Okabo.
Minga Milo Shin.
Michael Christensen.
Jimmy Cheong.
Akashdeep Bhattacharjee.
Balbir Singh.
Marco Milanovic.
Varinder Singh.
Rituraj Sohoni.
Davinder Singh.
Ashley Mead.
Tommy Nguyen.
Donovan Kong.
Nathan Louis.
Yanlin Huang.
Adrian Apollino.
Abel Matek.
Hao Ming Su.
Sama Khalid.
Johnny Lam Wu.
Cadence Lamphere. Adam Fugman. Kevin Mason. Andrew Awada. Tazawar Hannon. Megan Bailey. Tanner Peter Vu. Guoli Ying.
Okay, I think we got everyone. So this is our turn to give our graduates a chance to celebrate their accomplishments. So we invite our graduates to move their tassels from right to left, while the rest of us applaud to congratulate the class of 2024.
Congratulations, Allen School graduates. You are now and forever will be alums of the Allen School. We will keep you posted about the school, and we hope you will keep us posted about your careers. We also hope that you will continue to engage with us by participating in our alumni events and otherwise engaging with the school. To conclude our celebration tonight, once the music begins, we will have all bachelor's and master's degree students recess off the floor first. Students, please wait for the advising staff to dismiss your row. PhD students, when the music starts, please come back to the stage as we would like to take some additional photos. Parents, families, friends of PhD students, please wait for everyone else to leave, and then we will invite you to join your graduates on the floor. I would like to thank you all for coming to our ceremony this evening. Will all of our graduates please stand for one final round of applause? Congratulations, graduates.